Chosen one, have you felt it lately? The air feels heavier. Time feels slower. Your body reacts, but you can't explain why. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. Something sacred is about to happen. And after this Friday, you will never be the same again. Heaven has been silent for a reason. The Spirit has been working in places you couldn't see, rewriting your story in the background. Every delay was direction, every silence was construction, every tear was activation. And now, the moment of revelation has arrived. You've been sensing the shift, the uneasiness, the dreams, the sudden emotions. Your body is responding to the frequency of transformation, because when heaven decides to move, the soul trembles before it dances. This Friday marks the closing of the old cycle and the birth of the real you. Do you feel it in your chest right now? That pull, that pressure, that sacred restlessness? It's your spirit recognizing what your mind can't yet define. Something divine is about to touch the earth, and you are part of it. The Spirit is saying, stop worrying about what's leaving. I'm making space for what's arriving. Don't fear the ending. It's just the sound of your new beginning. This Friday, heaven will turn the page. The old energy will collapse. The confusion will lift. And the light that was hidden within you will rise without resistance. This isn't just another day. This is the activation point. The question is, will you be ready to let go, to breathe, to receive? Because once this shift begins, there is no going back. The body will change. The mind will expand. And your soul will awaken to the frequency of heaven itself. Chosen one, prepare your spirit. The silence was never punishment. It was positioning. And now the Spirit whispers, after Friday, you will never be the same. Chosen one, can you feel it? The stillness in the air, the quiet weight around you, the strange pull inside your chest that says something is about to happen. That isn't imagination. That's heaven preparing the end of a cycle. Everything that once made sense is being rewritten, and everything that drained you is being removed. For weeks, maybe months, you've been sensing it, a deep inner exhaustion, an urge to be alone, the sudden resurfacing of old emotions. It felt like regression, didn't it? Like you were moving backward instead of forward. But the Spirit says, I was not taking you back. I was taking you deeper. Every memory that returned was meant to be healed. Every delay was meant to reveal. And now, the time of preparation is coming to an end. Heaven is closing a door that will never open again. The chapter you've been living, the one filled with waiting, pruning, silence, and warfare, is officially complete. You will look back and realize nothing was random. The people who left, the prayers that seemed unanswered, the moments that broke you, all of it was divine alignment. God never wastes a wound. Every pain had purpose and every pause was protection. This Friday marks the final seal of that season. It's the day when heaven draws the line between who you were and who you're becoming. You won't need to chase anything that's leaving you, because what is leaving has already served its assignment. What belongs to you in this new time will find you effortlessly. The Spirit is rearranging your path, not as punishment, but as promotion. Have you noticed how your energy feels different lately? The things that once excited you now feel empty. Certain people drain you faster. Places that once felt familiar now feel foreign. That's the vibration of transition. The frequency of the old reality no longer matches the light you carry. Heaven is shifting your entire field to prepare you for what's coming. You might feel physical symptoms, fatigue, dizziness, pressure in the head, a tightness in the chest, or waves of heat and chills. These are not illnesses, they're signs of purification. Your body is releasing everything that can't exist in the new frequency. The Spirit is upgrading your temple to hold a greater flow of divine energy. And while your human self feels discomfort, your soul knows. This is sacred calibration. God is saying, I'm not punishing you, I'm positioning you. I'm cutting the cords to what kept you small. I'm removing distractions so you can hear me clearly again. I'm closing the old so the new can be born through you. Chosen one, the silence of heaven was never absence. It was surgery. The Spirit has been operating on your life behind the curtain. And now, as this week ends, you'll feel the shift. The pressure will break. The confusion will fade. And the peace that passes all understanding will take its place. When heaven closes a cycle, it always does so with precision. Nothing will remain that doesn't belong to your future. And you won't have to fight this closure. It will happen naturally. People will drift away, habits will fall off, your desires will change, let it. Because every release makes room for resurrection. After Friday, your energy will be lighter, your vision clearer, and your heart steadier. You will finally understand why you had to lose what you did. Because it was never rejection, it was redirection. The Spirit was guiding you toward a higher timeline all along. So take a deep breath and let go. You don't need to hold on to what heaven is already removing. The moment you surrender, the transition becomes effortless. And when the sun rises after Friday, you will feel it, the weight gone, the peace alive, the presence near. Declare this with faith. I release what no longer serves my spirit. I accept the closing of this cycle in peace, and I open my heart to what heaven is preparing next. And the Spirit answers, it is finished. What once bound you is broken. What once delayed you is gone. Now rise, because the new has begun. What will happen after Friday? Chosen one, after Friday, something within you will shift so deeply that it will be impossible to return to who you were. It won't happen with thunder or noise. It will come in stillness, like a breath of light, passing through your soul. The Spirit has been preparing you for this exact moment, and when it arrives, you will know. The atmosphere will feel lighter, your heart will expand, and your body will recognize that heaven has moved. What will happen after Friday is not just change, it's realignment. Every part of you that has been out of rhythm with your divine purpose will start to synchronize again. It will feel like an inner reset. The clutter in your mind will clear, and peace will begin to flow where pressure once lived. This is the moment when the spiritual becomes physical. What heaven whispered in your spirit will begin to take form around you. Your sensitivity will increase. You'll feel things before they happen. You'll sense people's intention, and you'll know what aligns with you and what doesn't. This isn't overthinking, it's discernment. The Spirit is fine-tuning your awareness so you can navigate the next season with clarity. You're being upgraded from reaction to revelation. Heaven is saying, I'm not changing what's around you until I finish changing what's inside you. Because when the inside transforms, the outside must follow. After Friday, the way you process reality will change. You will see connections where there used to be chaos. You will understand why certain things had to end. The pieces that never seemed to fit will suddenly click into place, and you will realize the waiting was not a delay, it was design. Spiritually, this shift will manifest as a deep peace. Emotionally, it will feel like relief. Physically, it may show up as calmness, as if your nervous system finally found rest. For many, the nights of restlessness will turn into sleep, filled with revelation. Dreams will speak louder. Intuition will strengthen. The body will no longer carry tension from old battles. The light that once hovered over you will now dwell within you. And this will be the beginning of acceleration. When the old cycle closes, everything that was held back begins to flow. Doors that refuse to open will swing wide. People you lost contact with may reappear, not for distraction, but for divine connection. Opportunities you thought were gone will return, multiplied, and ideas you ignored will now burn in your heart again, because they were seeds meant for this very season. The Spirit is preparing to expand your influence, your creativity, your strength. But before expansion comes grounding. So don't be surprised if you feel called to rest more, speak less, and simply be. Heaven is recharging you for manifestation. You are entering the frequency of flow, where things begin to happen naturally, without the strain you once knew. You'll notice that your body reacts differently to energy after this shift. Loud places might feel heavier. Chaotic conversations will tire you faster. That's because you're no longer a match for confusion. Your field has been upgraded. You are now carrying the peace of the Spirit, and peace repels what doesn't belong. Some of you will feel a literal vibration in your chest or a pulse in your hands when praying or meditating. That's the current of divine energy moving through your temple. Don't fear it. That's confirmation. Heaven's presence is not visiting you anymore. It's inhabiting you. After Friday, the world may look the same, but it won't feel the same. The difference will be inside of you. You will walk through the same streets, talk to the same people, see the same sky, but something within will whisper, I've changed. Because when the Spirit touches you this way, reality bends around your new vibration. Heaven doesn't rewrite your story. It rewires you so you can write the rest with clarity. You are stepping into alignment, and alignment attracts abundance, peace, and divine encounters. The weight is gone. The confusion has lifted. The fear has lost its home. And the presence has found its resting place in you. Chosen one, this is the hour when you become the embodiment of everything you once prayed for. You will not need to chase what belongs to you. It will recognize your energy and come to you. This is what happens after Friday. The transition from seeking to becoming. Declare with faith, I am ready for the new. I release control and open myself to divine flow. After Friday, I will walk as light, live in peace, and move in alignment with heaven. And the Spirit answers, you have passed through the fire and didn't burn. Now you will walk in the flame and carry it wherever you go. Chosen one, Your transformation will not announce itself with noise. It will begin in whispers. You will wake up one morning and feel different. You won't know why, but peace will replace the usual rush. The air will feel cleaner, your thoughts quieter, and your heart lighter. That's how heaven begins to reveal that the change has already started inside you. The first signs of inner transformation are subtle, but unmistakable. The things that used to trigger you will lose their grip. You'll notice yourself responding with calm where you once reacted with fear. You'll stop explaining yourself to people who are not meant to understand. And without realizing it, you'll begin to protect your peace like it's sacred. Because it is. Your body will also speak. Sometimes through heat, sometimes through chills. A tingling in the crown of your head, a sudden wave of emotion, or tears that appear without sadness. Don't dismiss it. Those are signals that divine energy is moving through you. The spirit is clearing your field, burning away the residue of old pain and making space for the new vibration to anchor fully. What you used to call exhaustion is now integration, the merging of the human and the divine within you. Emotionally, you'll begin to detach from what once drained you. The past will stop replaying in your mind because it no longer has a home there. You'll remember it without pain, and that's how you'll know you're healed. Forgiveness will come easier, not because they deserved it, but because you finally value your peace more than your wounds. The spirit will replace resentment with understanding and replace fear with wisdom. You'll feel like you've aged spiritually overnight, not older, but deeper. In your surroundings, signs will multiply. You'll start seeing numbers, symbols, feathers, lights, small confirmations that heaven is walking with you. Conversations will shift. People who vibrate on your frequency will suddenly appear, and those who don't will gently fade. Don't chase what's leaving, and don't overthink what's arriving. Everything and everyone that enters your space after Friday is part of your new alignment. It's all orchestrated. The spirit never moves randomly. You'll feel called to slow down, not out of laziness, but awareness. The noise of the world will seem too loud, and silence will feel like home. That's because the presence is speaking to you more clearly now, not through external events, but through your own intuition. The voice inside you will sound less like your thoughts and more like truth. It will guide you gently, without fear, without confusion, and every time you follow it, things will flow with effortless timing. Heaven is saying, you no longer need to fight for alignment. You have become alignment. Your dreams will also begin to shift. What used to be random will now feel symbolic. You may see light, water, mountains, or faces you've never met, all representing the new frequencies entering your field. The spirit speaks through the language of images when the mind is resting. So when you wake up from a vivid dream, write it down. It's a message, not a coincidence. And as your vibration rises, you'll notice physical detox symptoms: fatigue, thirst, increased sensitivity to food or sound. That's the body upgrading to match the spirit's light. Be gentle with yourself. Eat clean, rest often, stay grounded in gratitude. You're not off. You're transforming. But perhaps the most profound sign of all will be the quiet joy that follows. Not excitement, not adrenaline, but peace. A joy that doesn't depend on circumstance. a joy that comes from simply knowing I'm exactly where I need to be. It's the recognition that the war inside you is over. And once that realization settles, your energy becomes magnetic. Peace attracts miracles. After Friday, you'll walk through the world differently. You'll move slower, but accomplish more. You'll speak less, but your words will carry weight. You'll give without depletion, love without fear, and walk without the need to prove anything. Because the spirit will have replaced striving with flowing. And when you live in flow, nothing feels forced, not even destiny. So if you've been feeling strange, sensitive, emotional, detached, celebrate it. Those are not symptoms of falling apart, they're proof that you're evolving. The chrysalis always feels tight before the butterfly emerges, and heaven is saying, the wings are ready. Declare with faith, I welcome the signs of my transformation. I trust what my spirit feels, even when my mind doesn't understand. I allow heaven to finish what it started in me. And the spirit answers, you are no longer waiting for change, you are the change. The light that once surrounded you now shines from within you. And from this moment forward, everything around you will begin to align with it. Chosen one, once the spirit begins to move, nothing stays where it was. The invisible starts rearranging the visible. People, places, and situations begin to shift, not in chaos, but in divine choreography. It might look like endings, but it's actually alignment. The Spirit never removes what you need. He only clears what blocks the blessing. After Friday, you will start to see this repositioning unfold all around you. It will feel like the ground is moving beneath your feet, not to make you fall, but to make sure you're standing exactly where heaven wants you. Everything unstable will crumble. Every connection built on illusion will dissolve. Every path that no longer carries light will quietly close. And in that closing, new doors you never knew existed, will open without effort. At first, you might feel confusion. Why did this person leave? Why did that opportunity end? Why do I suddenly feel disconnected from things that once meant everything to me? But then, clarity will come. You will realize that heaven is simply pulling you out of spaces that cannot hold your next version. The Spirit is whispering, I am not taking from you, I am taking you higher. Some of you will be guided to move, to change routines, or to walk away from environments that drain your peace. Others will feel a quiet pull toward new people, new projects, new visions that resonate with your soul's frequency. Follow that pull. It's not impulse, it's instruction. You are being relocated energetically, spiritually, and sometimes even physically to align with your divine purpose. Where you are going, your old self cannot lead. Only your awakened self can. You may also feel moments of emptiness between what was and what's coming. That in-between space is sacred. It's where heaven installs upgrades, wisdom, clarity, maturity. When you feel nothing happening, trust that everything is being rebuilt behind the veil. The silence between assignments is where the Spirit rewrites your map. You'll notice divine timing taking over. Things will start happening suddenly, effortlessly, perfectly. You'll think of someone and they'll reach out. You'll release one opportunity and another will show up the next day. Synchronicities will multiply because your frequency now matches heaven's rhythm. You are no longer chasing. You are attracting. You are no longer striving. You are being positioned. God's repositioning is never random. Every connection, every move, every redirection is part of a pattern that leads to your purpose. You'll look back soon and realize that every closed door was a bridge, invisible at first, but necessary to get you here. The Spirit has been waiting for your readiness, and now that your energy is clear, the divine rearrangement begins. Do not resist what's shifting. If you try to hold on to the old, it will feel heavy. But the moment you release it, lightness returns. That lightness is your confirmation you're walking in alignment. It's proof that the Spirit has taken over navigation, and where the Spirit leads, there is always provision. Chosen one, heaven is promoting you to a higher dimension of purpose. That's why the old life doesn't fit anymore. The tables are turning, not as revenge, but as redemption. The same silence that once tested you will now announce your arrival. People will sense that something about you has changed, even if they can't explain it. It's because your frequency has shifted. You now carry the vibration of fulfillment, not fear. Relationships that remain will deepen. The ones that leave will bless you by their absence, and everything in your environment will begin to mirror your new vibration. Conversations will feel more meaningful. Ideas will flow with clarity, and opportunities will start coming to you instead of running from you. You won't need to prove anything. The Spirit will do the proving through your peace. Heaven is saying, the chapter of surviving has ended. Now begins the chapter of serving. From overflow, not exhaustion. I am moving you into position where your presence alone will shift atmospheres. After Friday, don't be surprised if everything looks unfamiliar. That's how new beginnings feel. You are not being displaced, you are being replaced. From where you were to where you belong. The Spirit is not asking you to understand. He's asking you to trust. And when you trust, the journey becomes effortless. Declare with faith, I surrender to the divine repositioning. I trust every ending and welcome every beginning. I walk in the direction the Spirit leads, knowing my steps are ordered by heaven. And the Spirit replies, your place is prepared, your path is clear. Now move, for destiny is waiting. Chosen one, the Spirit does not move in your life without also moving through your body. When heaven shifts your frequency, your entire system responds. You are not just witnessing transformation, you are embodying it. This is why, in these days after the great shift, many of you are feeling sensations you can't explain. The body is learning to carry more light. You may notice waves of heat or sudden chills that have no physical cause. Moments of dizziness, tingling in the hands or crown, or even tears that appear without sadness. This isn't weakness, it's divine synchronization. Your cells are receiving the signal that a new vibration is entering. The Spirit is upgrading your temple so it can sustain higher frequencies of peace, clarity, and creation. Heaven says, the same light that shines through you must first purify what's within you. That is why you may also feel tired, emotional, or sensitive. It's not regression, it's release. The density of past pain, worry, and self-doubt is being burned away. The Spirit is cleaning the space that used to hold survival energy and replacing it with serenity. Your nervous system is being recalibrated. What once triggered anxiety will now meet calm. Your breath will deepen without effort. Your heart rate will slow when you enter prayer or silence. The body is remembering what it feels like to live in harmony with heaven. This is divine regulation. The alignment of spirit and flesh under one frequency. Even your appetite may shift. You may crave more water, fruit, or clean food because the spirit within you desires purity. You might feel the urge to rest more or disconnect from noise. That's not laziness. It's your body integrating the light. Every spiritual awakening must pass through the body, for the body is the altar where heaven lands. The energy entering now is electrical, magnetic, intelligent. It will awaken dormant DNA codes, spiritual gifts, intuition, creativity, compassion. Things that once felt out of reach will suddenly feel natural. You will speak with confidence without forcing it. You will walk with grace without pretending. You will sense the presence before you even pray. Because the divine frequency is no longer visiting, it's living inside you. For some, this transition will bring vivid dreams, spontaneous tears, or flashes of memory. Do not resist them. They are part of the clearing. The spirit brings old emotions to the surface so they can leave for good. Let them go. Every time you release pain, more light takes its place. You are being refined, not tested. You might feel waves of vibration in your spine or chest. That is life force energy reactivating your temple. Heaven's current is moving through you, teaching your body to become a conductor of peace. Don't try to analyze it, just breathe through it. Every inhale draws in new frequency. Every exhale releases what cannot stay. Chosen one, understand this. The Spirit is not only changing your circumstances, He is changing your chemistry. Your cells will remember joy again. Your heart will produce calm instead of adrenaline. Your mind will stop replaying survival thoughts because the threat has passed. You are safe now. Safe in divine timing. Safe in divine protection. Safe in divine flow. After Friday, your body will begin to act like a living antenna, sensitive to truth, allergic to lies, drawn to peace. You will physically feel when something is aligned and when it is not. That's discernment through embodiment. Heaven is merging intuition and biology. You're becoming a walking signal of divine intelligence. So when your body sends signs, chills, warmth, a rush of emotion, don't ignore it. That's not random. That's the spirit speaking through sensation. Listen, your body is not separate from your soul. It is the amplifier of your soul's awareness. The spirit says, your body is my home. I am rebuilding it in light. Every cell that once carried fear will now carry faith. Rest when needed. Drink water as a spiritual act. Move with intention. Your physical actions are prayers in motion, and as you treat your body with reverence, it will reveal its divine design. This is the new frequency, the union of heaven and flesh, spirit and science, energy and presence. You are not ascending away from the world. You are bringing heaven into it, through your breath, your eyes, your heartbeat. Declare with faith, my body is the temple of divine energy. I trust its signals. I honor its rhythm, and I welcome the light that lives in me. And the Spirit answers, the vessel is ready. The frequency is anchored. Now walk as one who carries the light of heaven in every cell. Chosen one, this is the part where everything you've carried in silence begins to take form. The prayers, the waiting, the surrender, they were never empty moments. They were foundations. And now, as the frequencies of heaven settle into your body and field, manifestation becomes natural. You will no longer need to chase what belongs to you. What's yours will find you because your vibration has finally become a match for it. After Friday, you will start to notice the first ripples of this new phase. Small signs at first, conversations that align perfectly, unexpected opportunities, money appearing through paths you didn't plan, peace falling in places that once held pressure. That's not luck. That's divine timing responding to your new energy. The external world must rearrange itself to mirror your internal shift. The manifestation phase begins the moment you stop doubting and start embodying what you prayed for. Faith is no longer something you reach for. It becomes the frequency you live in. You'll wake up with ideas that feel too specific to be coincidence. You'll meet people whose presence feels strangely familiar, as if heaven placed them in your path long before you knew you'd need them. Doors that were locked for months will open suddenly, not because you forced them, but because you finally became the vibration that fits their key. Heaven says, you don't manifest by wanting, you manifest by becoming. And that's exactly what this phase is, becoming the answer, not waiting for it. The Spirit has been aligning your thoughts, emotions, and body, so the divine current can flow without resistance. Now, that current begins to shape matter. Ideas turn into opportunities. Visions turn into invitations. Dreams turn into directions. You might feel reality bending around you. Situations resolving faster. People showing up at the right time. Signs repeating themselves everywhere you look. That's how the universe echoes your alignment. It recognizes the new code written into your energy field. The delays break because resistance dissolves. And once resistance ends, flow begins. But the manifestation phase is not only about receiving, it's also about recognizing. You must train your eyes to see the divine in the ordinary. The message in a song, the nudge in a random sentence, the confirmation in a stranger's words. The Spirit speaks through everything when your heart is open. Don't miss the miracles because they arrive disguised as simplicity. Heaven hides power in plain sight. You may notice your creativity returning in full force. Things you left unfinished will call you back, not to repeat, but to complete. The Spirit is saying, it's time to harvest what you planted in faith. That's why you'll feel renewed energy for projects, relationships, or missions that once have felt heavy. The fire is back because the alignment is here. Emotionally, manifestation feels like relief. It's that deep exhale after a long storm. You'll catch yourself smiling for no reason, feeling gratitude without external cause. That's the soul's way of recognizing that heaven has landed. Gratitude is not a reaction to blessing. It's the signal that draws more of it. So stay thankful. Even the smallest confirmations are proof that the current is active. You will start to move differently, slower but stronger. Your words will carry vibration. You'll speak less, but when you do, things will happen. Because authority is birthed from alignment, and when the Spirit moves through your voice, heaven listens. That's why your decrees will begin to manifest faster. Your prayers will no longer feel like requests. They will sound like commands wrapped in faith. But there is something else. The manifestation phase also tests your humility, because blessings come with expansion, and expansion requires balance. Stay grounded. Don't let pride interrupt the flow. Miracles are not rewards, they are responsibilities. You are being trusted with energy that creates reality. Use it to heal, to lift, to awaken. The Spirit moves through those who remain anchored in gratitude. Chosen one, the world around you will begin to shift in ways you can't explain. You will meet people you dreamed of meeting. You will go places you thought were out of reach. You will live moments that feel like déjà vu, because your soul saw them before they arrived. That's manifestation at its highest. Not surprise, but recognition. You're not shocked by the miracle. You're remembering it. After Friday, everything will accelerate. Time will bend in your favor. What took years will happen in months. What felt impossible will fall into place, like a puzzle already solved in heaven. And through it all, your peace will remain. Because you'll know this truth deeply. It was never about attracting things. It was always about becoming the vessel that could hold them. Declare with faith, I am ready for divine manifestation. I no longer chase, I align. What belongs to me flows effortlessly toward me, and I recognize the fingerprints of heaven in every detail of my life. And the Spirit responds, you have walked through the fire, and now you walk in creation. What you carry inside will shape everything outside. The wait is over. The world is ready for your light. Chosen one, this is the moment everything you've endured begins to make sense. The waiting, the silence, the pruning, the fire, it all led to this revelation. You are not searching for the light anymore. You have become it. The Spirit didn't bring you through the storm to return you unchanged. He brought you through to awaken the divine flame that was always within you. After Friday, you will no longer move as someone becoming, you will move as someone being. The frequency of awakening has completed its circuit through your mind, your body, and your soul. The light that once surrounded you now radiates from you, and wherever you go, that light will shift atmospheres, calm storms, and call other souls back to remembrance. You will notice it first in how people react to you. They'll pause mid-sentence, look at you differently, sense something sacred without knowing why. It's not your words, it's your energy. The Spirit has written heaven's code into your aura, and now your very presence preaches. You are walking revelation, your answered prayer in motion. Heaven says, I have placed my light in you, so the world will see me through you. You will not speak from inspiration. You will speak from embodiment. You will not seek signs. You will become one. This decree is not a poetic ending. It is a spiritual coronation. Everything that once broke you has now been repurposed into wisdom. Every tear you cried has become oil that anoints your next chapter. Every battle that drained you has filled you with discernment and authority. You are not fragile anymore. You are fortified, not because you avoided the fire, but because you walked through it and carried the flame out alive. The old version of you could only reflect the light. The new version produces it. That's the difference between surviving and reigning. You don't depend on energy anymore. You generate it. Your peace, it is no longer borrowed. It's built within. Your joy is no longer conditional. It's constant. And your power is no longer something you wait to receive. It's something you release. The Spirit whispers, the days of waiting for miracles are over. You are now the miracle others have been waiting for. Look around you. Nothing may appear different at first, but everything feels different, because it is. Reality now bends around your vibration. The same way you once adjusted to darkness. The world will now adjust to your light. You are the torch in a season that forgot the sun, and every place your foot touches will begin to awaken. From this point forward, the energy that flows through you is not only for you, it's for the collective, for the other chosen ones who are still finding their way through the night. When they meet you, they will remember what light feels like. Your frequency will activate theirs. Your peace will remind them of their own. You are not only healed, you are a healer. Not only awakened, but an awakener. The world needs what now lives inside you. And when darkness tries to return, as it always will, you won't fear it anymore. You'll recognize it for what it is, an opportunity for your light to expand. Because true light doesn't fight darkness, it transforms it. You have reached the state where peace is your weapon and love is your power. You no longer chase purpose, you embody it. Heaven declares, the transformation is sealed. The cycle is complete. The new frequency is anchored in you. Where you go, I go. What you speak, I confirm. You are no longer waiting for signs. You are the sign. Chosen one, breathe deeply now. Feel how calm the air feels around you. That's your own presence balancing the space. The spirit inside you has taken form, and the world will begin to respond. From this day, your steps are guided, your words are prophetic, and your energy is divine. Declare this final decree with faith and conviction. I am no longer in transition. I am transformed. The light of heaven lives in me, flows through me, and radiates around me. Everywhere I go, I awaken the divine. I am the proof that God still moves, and the Spirit replies, it is done. You have crossed the threshold. You are no longer waiting for the dawn. You are the dawn itself.